These Strange Bodies, that's scheduled for September, right?
Yeah, September of this year.
Okay, awesome. Okay. Dave, you ready?
No.
Rhyme or free, it doesn't matter to me. It's my bad poetry. Good day, and welcome to My Bad Poetry, a podcast where we take a deep dive into our poems from youth, yesteryear, or even yesterday, always asking the question, why in the world did I write this? I'm Aaron.
And I'm Dave.
And today we have with us the author of a forthcoming collection, These Strange Bodies from ELJ Editions, a PhD student and university instructor, the founder and editor-in-chief of Broken Antler magazine, and most importantly, the poet of Cringe works in Sad Boy notebooks. A carrot of a quote with which they use to entice us for coming on the show. Court Ludwick, welcome to My Bad Poetry.
Thank you so much for having me. I am nervous, but I'm ready. And I am a sad boy. This is the Sad Boy notebook.
Oh my gosh.
That's a good Sad Boy notebook.
Oh, a black and white bicycle.
Yeah, it's a depressed bicycle.
Very ennui. Yeah. That's incredible. I cannot wait to dive more into the context of the origins of this journal and stuff. But is there anything else in the intro that we might have missed?
I think you about covered it. These Strange Bodies comes out in September of this year. And then Broken Antler is a really cool, like, horror-based lit mag that me and a few friends started. We have a few issues online, so if anyone's interested in horror and like up shit, then
sure. Yes. Yeah. And actually, some of our earlier guests really like to dabble with that. Terry Lynn Davis likes to write a lot of horror poetry. So I'm sure that'd be right up her alley.
Yeah.
And the poetry there is much better than what you're going to read today.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you are an instructor. Now, do you teach out in South Dakota or...
Yeah, I teach at the University of South Dakota. Before that, I was in Texas. I taught at Texas Tech. The only claim to fame is like Patrick Mahomes went there, but I don't watch football. Yeah, I've been teaching there for 2 years, and right now I'm teaching an online like scientific writing class.
Wow.
Huh.
Okay.
You know, those two normal things. We've got horror poetry and scientific writing. Makes perfect sense.
The body, it connects.
Fair enough.
The horrors of the body. as my nose is currently stuffed with tissues. But that's a different story.
Dear listeners, it is probably the most disturbing thing I've ever seen on the podcast. It's pretty great.
I have been staring at it, so I apologize.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. It's very cringe in and of itself. So let's get to the realm of poetry here, as I get very self-conscious. Dave, what do you have for the show today?
Okay. This is a poem called Time After Time. Thou art a conflagration for me, the singular need of my soul. Trust my words spoken softly to you, that I want it that way. Tell me why. That's it.
Oh, we're done. Okay.
Yeah. Quick poem.
Okay.
Your reading voice is amazing.
I know, I'm the best. I get it.
Dave.
Wow.
I think that's the first time you've been complimented on your...
And rightfully so.
No.
I think I'm speechless about that poem. No words.
No words. Well.
Submit it to Broken Antler. Well,
it was that much of a horror show?
no.
Yeah, it was that horrific. Truly terrifying.
So, Dave, when did you get the idea to do an NSYNC parody of a poem?
I am about to throw hands, Aaron. This is BSB.
Whoa. No. What? You had to tell me what? Yeah.
Ain't nothing but a mistake.
Oh, that is Backstreet Boys.
Tell me why you...
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
it's Backstreet Boys. I'm a very cool person.
I just lost my millennial card there.
Yeah.
I fear that I'm too Gen Z to get references.
Oh my gosh.
I thought you wouldn't get it. I thought that was kind of interesting.
That's incredible. Yeah. So the last 2 lines of Dave's work was a direct quotation of one of the Backstreet Boys' most famous songs.
That's surprising.
It is.
This is not a you're too young. This is a we're too old.
I do know that Justin Timberlake used to have the ramen noodle hair, but I think that's about all I know about that time period.
Yeah, that's in sync. There you go.
Yes, It was a very disturbing and wonderful time.
Yeah. I was reading a book that had some pages out of workbooks from the 1800s. So it was like boys' workbooks from school in the 1800s, and there was some romantic poetry that they had written in the corners.
Oh my God.
And it was hilarious because like they're trying to be all fanciful and all this crap, but they're still teenage boys, and it sounds exactly like Backstreet Boys lyrics or whatever.
That's so cute though. I don't
Isn't
think
it?
I don't think teenage boys do that as often, or maybe they do, but
I think we're getting back to it now, but not, toxic masculinity really messed up quite a few generations.
Yeah, I do think the emo movement did bring piney poetics back to the forefront.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, and the boy band, I mean, when you think about it, the boy band craze did have a bunch of like dudes singing high falsetto love songs. I mean, yeah.
I think I'm just curious, why were you going through a boy workbook recently?
Always a worthy question of Dave.
Yeah, this is a book on the history of, well, frankly, white supremacy in education. So there were some things in those workbooks that were specifically written about Native Americans in horrifying ways. So again, it was fascinating to see like what they were being taught formally about the horrific things of the time, and then writing love poetry in that same corner. It was very weird.
Fascinating.
The cognitive dissonance is real.
Yes.
Right. And it hasn't changed. Yes, so.
No,
not at all.
The amount of hate and love we can fit on a single page is very weird.
Nice. Put that in a poem. That's really good.
Now, speaking of love and hate and the weird things we write on a page, Court, I think I got a genuine spit take from you there.
I think coffee went up my nose.
You have given us works from your self-titled Sad Boy Notebook.
Yes.
Now, I need some context. This black and white bicycle notebook, where'd you get it? How did it come about? When did you start writing in it?
I got this in Spain, actually. You can see a little art museum.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Okay.
I don't know who the artist is, but yeah, I was just visiting. And then I started writing this, like in this one, when I was like 15. And then I kind of like veered away from poetry. So it like is up until the COVID years. So it's like not good.
Perfect.
Like
That's
just opening it, like on the first page, I'm like, you're bad at dialogue. Don't write that. So I'm self-aware at 15.
That's good.
But I think I was sad for no reason. Like emo.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
And I feel like the pathway from like emo kid to English teacher is a very direct one.
Yes.
Yeah, it's basically me just being sad, talking about like guys like Jeremy in second period or something. Not good.
No.
This is amazing. Okay, so you've given us the first one here is called Miscellaneous. Did you title it Miscellaneous in the journal?
So.
Oh, wow.
My handwriting's bad. And there's weird drawings. This is like Mario.
This is incredible.
It's just not good. This dude, I don't know if that was the man I was writing about or if I wanted to play Mario.
It does have a mustache. Yeah, okay.
And like Jeremy in second period wouldn't have had a mustache, I don't think.
Oh.
At least not one that full.
Yeah.
No, this is
High
a
school
thick
mustaches
blush.
are a choice. I'm just reading the first words of this. I know we're in for a treat.
Miscellaneous. There's a piano next to my bedside that never gets played anymore, and you only call when you feel sad. I never write about your hands on the guitar strings I know you pluck on when I'm not around. I think about death more often now, even though docs hooked me up with the pills. And the sleep syrup that makes me feel nauseous when I drink too many blue moons. You laughed when I told you that I only liked watching movies that I'd seen before, but you took it back and said, let's change the subject. One night I ate 3 pot cupcakes, and I told you I was sorry when I wasn't. There are books on my bed that fall off when I'm sleeping and move around, but it doesn't matter anymore because you aren't there to say it does. I live by myself now, but only because you moved away, and my mom's doing it. A stint up at county. I really should sell that piano and play a couch for the living room.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I want to defend it so bad.
Defend away. Give us
Go ahead.
Give us
I
some
just want to
idea.
explain. My mom wasn't doing a stint up at county, and I was 15, so I was living with my parents.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I was definitely on pills.
Okay.
That was clear from this poem, but
So were you writing as, what is that term when it's not the author?
like the speaker,
Yeah.
speaker of the poem.
Yeah. Is this an entirely different imaginary speaker that's just way more edgy?
Maybe that's probably really accurate because most of it is me. Like I remember really liking pop brownies, but I probably didn't eat 3. I probably ate a corner of one and felt just as weird. I was like trying to make myself look cool.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. So did you actually have a piano in your bedroom?
Yeah. I don't play the piano, but I'm still trying to learn even now.
Okay. It's just when you evoke like a piano in an angsty love poem, all I could think about is Twilight.
Oh
With, like,
no.
Edward playing.
That makes me so sad.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna write a sad boy poem about that now. You're so right. It's not a bit, it's like a tiny little
Upright.
rack.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. The pivot that happens here from musical instruments to I think about death is incredible. It is a very fast turn.
All I hear in that, have you ever read or watched Scott Pilgrim versus the World? We're a sex bomb and we're here to make you think about death and be sad and stuff. That's all I hear in that line.
I probably watched that the night before and like ate the pop brownie and then freaked out and wrote this.
There you go.
Some lines aren't that bad. Like I kind of like one night I ate 3 pot cupcakes and I told you I was sorry when I wasn't. Like, ooh, she's cool. I want to know her.
Yeah, I mean it's a confession to an apology that's not real. I do like that angle.
Yeah.
Now, context sake, was there a gentleman or a lady who this poem is in direct reference to?
I think there is. I think I wrote about the piano so much because he could play the piano. And yeah.
So that was your in.
And like the pop brownies, yeah, it was like just like I'm into like Seth Rogen, so that's my type.
Sure.
You kind of pointed off screen. Do you still have the piano? You didn't sell it?
I do, but yeah.
Oh my gosh, there it is.
My roommate has a bunny though, and it has like chewed up all the chords, so it's unplayable now.
Oh, well,
How nice.
That's a sad boy poem there.
Sometimes I want to punt the little bunny, but he's really cute.
See, again, that is a good, a beautiful bunny ate the chords of my piano, so I punted him.
Oh my God. I feel like you're pointing out things that I like need to be psychoanalyzed. Yeah, okay. Yeah, great.
That's what the show is all about. We dig deep into the psyche.
Or we're two idiots who just talk too much.
Yeah. There's no stanza breaks. We got a lot of I statements in here. I'm wondering, how has your style maybe changed or evolved, or are there things about this poem that resembles what you like doing now?
That's such a good question. Wow, hitting me with the hard ones. Okay. I think I like the blunt and funny sentences. I think I still do that. I think my poems look very different now because now they're like more visual. So for example, like one piece in My Strange Bodies is like in a Punnett Square. And then there's like
Cool.
4 prose poems. And that book is all about like mommy issues. So it's like Punnett Square, like Hereditary. I don't know. But yeah, my stuff's really visual now. But I think the voice definitely worse. I think it's not that different.
Okay.
I think I just grew up and I'm still like an emo sad boy. But yeah. Like now I like have weird references that are like not in sync. It's like, what did Sart think about this piano? And it's probably worse than So still bad. So buy the book and make fun of me and it'll be great.
Now that is how a sad boy does marketing.
So you talk about the mommy issues of these strange bodies, but you said your mom wasn't doing a stint in county.
Yeah, I think she called me up later.
Fair enough. You just decided to put this fictional, like,
I had the foresight. I knew something was a little funky. So I was like, not sure what, but yeah.
Yeah.
It fits.
Also, do doctors describe sleep syrups anymore?
Okay, all I had was like anxiety medication.
Sure. That's kind of what I was thinking. But then you throw the sleep syrup in there and it's like Mary Poppins is going on right now.
Well, and not the doc prescribed, but the doc hooked me up with sleep syrup.
Oh, right. Yeah. It still needs to be edgy.
Yeah.
I've got a supplier. It's my doctor.
Yes.
Oh my God, that's so funny for no reason.
That's so good.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm crying. Jesus Christ. No, my doctor was a very responsible doctor.
Right.
Yeah, but you had to make it edgy for the poem.
I know. I don't know why it hooked me up. Again, I was trying to look cool to another human. Bad choices are made when you are doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. Not getting dime bags. You're just going to the local Walgreens. Just like,
Yeah.
Oh, goodness gracious. Like texting on my little hand text slide up phone. I'm like, going to the dealer.
the drive-through of the CVS. It's like
nonstop. And she's like in the car, she's like, okay, sweetie, I'll be right here. Yeah.
My other favorite line here, it's, I never write about your hands. On the guitar strings I know you pluck on when I'm not around. And it's like, okay. Yeah. Is that snaps? Is that
Yeah. I don't know what to do with it either.
Yeah. Is it not okay for him to play guitar?
I don't know. I was 15. I was weird.
That's true. Okay.
We're all weird when we're 15. Let me read it closer. I feel like I'm like dissecting my student work and I'm like, what are you thinking? I'm like, question mark. But like, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's put your teacher lens on here. What might you be able to draw from this?
I would walk this girl to the counseling center. No, I'm joking.
Sure.
No. Okay. You only call when you feel sad. I never write about your hands. I think I just wanted him to text me back.
Yeah.
Oh, his fingers are occupied with the guitar strings when they could be texting you.
I definitely
Aw.
wasn't like the cool 15-year-old that was like sexually active. Like I was like playing SNES Mario. Like
Oh,
that's
totally. Yeah. Yeah. You're talking to the right crowd.
Right.
Yeah.
Really, Aaron? We have a podcast about poetry. We were definitely the cool kids in high school.
Oh, I had no idea.
This is my high school journal.
I saw that on y'all's Instagram and I died laughing. And it kind of scared me. I was like, who am I talking to?
Oh, no,
They have
just
a wolf journal.
yeah, look at these eyes. They're terrified.
Yeah.
So you were the one that brought up Twilight. Maybe you have some unpacking of the.
Oh, I read Twilight in high school because a girl I had a crush on loved the series. I was
You have the Sharpie
oh,
vampire.
I didn't do that, no. But I was the kid who was like trying to write
The snort
piano
laugh.
love songs.
Okay.
Yeah. So, although I was Team Jacob, to be clear.
That's fair.
Yeah. Okay.
I was Team Asteroid, like just to come and destroy the planet.
That's fair too, I think.
Yeah.
Considering where humanity has brought us today.
Yeah. I think I was Team Alice.
Ah,
I saw
yeah.
the movies.
Yeah. No, you did the you pointed at your neck for the vampire bite, and I think that's a perfect segue. So
Also, to be clear, I didn't do that. I wasn't. We had some of those people in my high school, but I didn't. I just want that clear.
Sure, we totally believe
Oh my
you.
god! That's it, friend.
yeah, someone who wrote this type of poetry would never do such a thing in high school.
I'm gonna email you later and say this is what I want edited out.
Yep.
So I'm going to segue us to another work about lips on the neck.
Oh no!
Yeah, well, you wrote it. You're bringing it to us. I have to say this is a small one stanza piece that is in front of us. It's called Untitled, I guess it was Untitled at the time.
Untitled. And the bad thing is, this was written when I was like 19 or 20. So like this is after the other one.
Oh, we get to see the evolution of a poet.
It's
Yeah.
5 years because now I'm 25.
Okay.
Okay.
Here we go.
Your lips on my neck tasted like butterfly wings that had somehow escaped from my stomach. No, they weren't there anymore. Instead, they had found their way into your kiss, into your touch.
Okay, Dave, do you want to tackle the elephant in the room of that first phrase?
I am. So your lips on my neck tasted. So what I'm getting is you have butterflies in your stomach, and they kissed your neck, and you vomited in your mouth.
That's a great interpretation. We'll go with
Right?
that.
I love that.
I didn't think I realized I was on another pot brownie. Yeah, what? Your lips on my tastes like I don't. I mean, if I obviously would know what the lips tasted like.
Obviously, yes.
Right.
So I could have, but I've never tasted a butterfly. And fun fact, my biggest fear isn't a butterfly, but caterpillars. And I am scared of butterflies because they're caterpillars with wings. So using this cliche was very out of character for me.
Interesting. So this is just a PCA. Don't write poetry on pot brownies.
Or maybe do.
Or maybe do, but
No.
If you're a better writer than this.
maybe do, and then edit profusely. I was thinking the image just made me think that there were some strangely placed taste buds on your neck, and I didn't like that image at all. So I prefer
I like that image.
I don't think the look of disgust will ever leave my face again.
Sorry.
I kind of prefer the nervous.
Nervous puking.
Yeah, that you've evoked from this image. Wow. Okay, so this is an evolution of angsty 15-year-old who was playing Mario to this rather passionate poem.
Oh, I think I was touch starved. It was COVID.
That makes sense.
That does make sense. Okay, so you're writing this in lockdown.
I think because this one was in a Google Drive and it was like 2019 March, so it was like right when COVID.
Sure.
And
Was that 2019?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I guess technically it would have been 20. So maybe this was pre-COVID, so that makes it even worse. Still touch starved, but for different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we've been there.
Yeah. It's amazing how important human touch is.
They have cuddle services for this shit now.
They do?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I love that you know. Yeah.
Wow. No, I think that is one of those things that like I had heard about 10 or 15 years ago, and like I had heard about it on some news program, and it was reported as if it were like this fetish thing. And like it was like, oh, these dirty people need this kind of no. This world is just so broken that there are people who do not get the care that they need, and they feel so alone. It's a very sad thing.
Oh, it's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Right?
Sometimes it's just nice to be the little spoon, you know?
Yeah. I love being the big spoon. I feel like a backpack.
Again, there's a poem in that.
I did not expect to say that today.
No, this is the magic of the show. Is there anything else we could draw from this little love story?
I don't think so.
Okay. Let's tackle this last one you've given us here, titled "You Wake Up at 5 in the Morning."
Okay.
You
wake up at 5 in the morning and you don't see the sun. You see her instead. Her lashes are brown and her hair is brown, and that one freckle by her nose is brown, and her eyes are brown, the darkest brown. You don't care that they are blue. Sorry. You cut the grass at 5 in the afternoon and you don't see the sun anymore. You see her in the window instead. And her skin is flushed and her grin is alive, and that one freckle by her nose can barely be seen. And her eyes are brown, the darkest brown, almost black, and you don't care that they aren't blue. You are alive when she is there. You are awakened by the sun in her eyes. Okay.
Whoa. Wow.
That was hard to get through.
Yeah. You might get the award for the most breaks within the reading of your own poems. If I were to choose a color to describe this poem, I think it would
Periwinkle.
be purple. Yeah. No, I was gonna.
Yeah.
Oh. So brown. Is this?
I think I know what spurred this.
Okay.
Okay, I think I had just read somewhere that you could get surgery to make your brown eyes blue, and I was intrigued.
You were intrigued. So, based on what I could see, you do have...
They're so funny.
You have brown eyes, right? So you were... Yes, yes. Okay. So this is a reclaiming of your brown eye, like taking ownership of it?
That's a very lovely sentiment. Yeah. And maybe I was just into a girl with blue eyes because both things were probably true.
Okay.
I'm not sure who was cutting the grass because I don't think I've ever cut grass. I will never probably own a house, Gen Z in market. But so, yeah, I don't know who I was talking to, like who the you was, but.
Yeah. Also, it's really bad to cut grass at 5 in the afternoon. Never mind. I thought it was still 5 in the morning. I was gonna say the dew can make the blades rust, but anyway.
I feel like that's a very dad poor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, don't
Even
apologize.
I found that one to be a little lame.
Oh no. You know, there was one thing I did like. Okay, there's more than one thing. But the one thing that I liked most about this poem is this refrain that you came back to. Her eyes are brown, the darkest brown, but you don't care that they aren't blue.
Okay.
And then her eyes are brown, the darkest brown. I don't know if you needed to change it up with the almost black and you don't care that they aren't blue, but I do like that refrain in both. It has a very lyrical feel to it.
Mm-hmm.
You should be a teacher.
Oh,
You sound like me whenever I don't know what to say, and I'm like, oh, so good, but change it.
It's great, but instead do the opposite.
Yeah. I love this part, except for almost all of it. And so if you could just keep this word.
Keep the word "the" and delete everything else.
And also, you're stupid because you don't know how to mow the lawn.
Oh, no, I didn't mean that at all.
I know.
Okay. Are you an early riser? Or is this title of waking up at 5 in the morning like
I go to bed at 5 in the morning, probably.
Yeah.
I have good intentions. I always mean to go to bed like early, but then
So this is very much speaking to someone else?
Maybe I'm talking to dads. Dads wake up at 5 in the morning and mow the lawn.
Maybe. Oh, let's get all like Freudian psychosomatic here. Maybe when you were considering
I don't have daddy issues. I like
no. When you were considering changing your eyes to blue, you're like, but these are the eyes that I inherited. So my dad doesn't care if they're blue or brown.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, so here's a window into my soul here.
Okay.
The woman that I fell in love with and married has green brown eyes. And so
Isn't that called Hazel? Sorry.
Huh?
Isn't that called Hazel?
I was thinking Hazel.
Could be.
Okay.
But I always make fun of her because there's so many poems about like brown-eyed girl or I'm staring into like the blue, like it's like a deep ocean, and I make a joke about how her eyes are like diarrhea poop.
You shouldn't tell the woman you love this.
I think, but like I just think it's funny because I love her so much and I love her with everything that I am, and like I love staring into her eyes, but no one's gonna write a song about poop-colored eyes in that way.
That's fair.
And definitely not me, because I'm not a poet.
Well, I was just gonna say, maybe for your next bad poem for the show, you should try and do a green-eyed love sonnet. Green brown.
You my green brown-eyed girl. No?
Don't butcher Van Morrison in that way. Anyway.
I love him.
Yikes.
Okay. The one freckle comes back. Sorry, I'm grounding us back into the poem. The one freckle.
How dare you?
Is this a freckle that you have, or is this a
a little mole? I think more technically.
Yeah, I have one there. Anyway, where's your freckle?
Pointing
Dave?
out our moles. I've got like 9 up here. I've got 4.
I've got a
across my
chickenpox
face. I've
scar
got
up here, which
6
you
on my
probably don't have
nose.
anymore because you probably were of a generation where the chickenpox was eradicated by the vaccines.
Yeah, never got chickenpox.
Yeah, I got a scar here.
I do love that we keep on talking about weird body stuff, though.
Yeah. Speaking of which, you have These Strange Bodies coming out in September. Double plug.
Oh gosh.
So I kind of like this one as almost a love poem to yourself, just kind of embracing your own beauty. I like that.
I think that gives a lot credit to my mental state that
Fair enough.
it probably isn't true, but I like it. We can go with it.
Yeah.
When was this one written?
I think it was written about the same time as the Untitled one. It was in the same Google Doc.
Okay.
Okay.
Also, I'm pretty sure I tried to submit these poems to the New Yorker or some stupid shit like that.
Wow.
No, everyone goes through that weird phase. You just start writing and you're like 18, you're like, this is gonna be published.
Yep. And you always shoot for like the moon because you don't know any better.
I know.
Right.
Oh, okay. So if this came across I have two scenarios. If this came across your desk as an instructor, what kind of insights or instruction would you give the student? Follow-up question. If this came across your desk as a submitted to Broken Antler magazine, as a straight up just reject right away.
Yeah. Because also this isn't like horrifying. Well, it's horrifying in a certain way. But
That's true. That's true. If you were to do a genre bending edition of
no.
it would still be a flat rejection.
Yeah, I do like thinking, I know they probably didn't even read it, but I do like thinking about some like underpaid or not even paid intern at the New Yorker like having to read shit like this. It does bring me a kernel of joy. I'm like, oh, bad stuff they maybe read, but they probably don't read it. But if someone did, they're probably like, oh.
Come on, I actually have to read this?
This would probably get the non-personalized rejection. Just the
Oh no, it was tiered. They were like, send us more.
Oh, funny. Send us your monies because you have to pay to submit to the New Yorker, don't you?
I don't think so.
Oh, funny. Okay. So, as an instructor, what would be your constructive feedback?
I do like second person still, so I'd probably like talk about that. Maybe I don't know. I like prose poems, and I feel like this would be a better prose poem.
Interesting. So
I'm not-
keeping the second person, but making it a little more plot or story structured in a blog.
Maybe like less breaks, and I'd probably say like more specific images.
Mm.
There's a lot of brown.
A lot of brown.
Already established. No one wants to read a poem about shit, so. Well, some people might. I don't want to generalize.
That's true.
When you asked the question, Aaron, about submitting for Court's Journal, all I could think was, how can you turn this into a horror poem? So adding a third stanza of, you're obsessed by this person's eyes. They're not blue. You're looking for blue eyes, but she has brown eyes, and you're looking through her window as you mow the lawn. And then the third stanza is you acquiring her eyes.
Okay, so this is a pervert father.
Oh no, it doesn't have to be the father figure anymore.
I'm thinking like literally like somebody who goes and mows lawns looking for people.
So like a lawn
like going
care
door to
service?
door and saying, I'd like to mow your lawn. I'd like to.
Oh wow, yeah. Well, now I won't be able to sleep at night.
Good.
Yeah.
It's not that f***ed up. You should be able to sleep.
Yeah.
A serial killer that specializes in harvesting eyes?
Yeah. Like collecting blue eyes, but he found some brown eyes that he needs.
The dark brown will do.
See, I was interpreting it as he found a girl with brown eyes that he does like, but he wants to swap. So he would steal blue eyes from someone and like put them in the other person.
Oh my gosh.
I love that. That is insane and cool.
And if he's like a considerate murder violent, then he would like give the blue-eyed person the brown eyes instead of just leaving them with no eyes. But yeah.
He's a serial killer. It's fine.
Yeah. Well, there's nuances. We should be respectful.
That's true. That's true. Don't yuck anybody's yums.
No, some yum should be yucked. I don't like that I said that phrase.
Okay, that's for sure staying in then. Some yums should be yucked.
Yeah, that's fair.
This has gone off the rails. Well, Court, You've brought us on a journey today.
You're welcome.
No.
I know. I right away I was like, no. I say things that I'm saying ironically.
Sure.
It's great.
You can lie. That's fine.
That's fine. Yeah. No,
I know, I really did have the neck bites, and I'm joking.
Dave, do you have a segue for this?
Well, we've heard some great bad poetry, but can we hear some great good poetry now? Ending with the words of a true poet, reading one of your poems that you are proud of?
Yeah, maybe. It would make me sad if you guys didn't like it, though. Let's see.
Dave, you like butchered my phrasing there.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for, Aaron.
Okay, I have options. Would you guys rather hear one that's like a continuation of Sad Boy or like a horror weird one, a little twist at the end?
Well, I think with the ways that we sorry, I'm just word vomit there.
Yeah, you
I
butchered
think
your own words there, bud.
Yeah, I know. It's a fast comeuppance. With the direction we took the conversation, I think we should end with the horror poem with a twist.
Very fun. Can I just like start going into it?
Yeah, do you have a title?
Yeah, it's called Fawn, and then in parentheses, see also child.
Fawn as in Fawn?
AWN. Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
The perfect one croons into its mother's belly, still bloated from birth. If they were close to you now, within reach, you would hear a soft sigh and not be able to tell which one, mother or child, made the sound. Doe and fawn both are leather slick, nearing sleep in a meadow somewhere. The baby is mewling, covered in biofilm. It's not as sick as you'd think when the mother laps all that life up. Its muzzle is wet, there's a stream so close I can hear it rushing, and the child's skin sloughs off when the buckshot zips straight through the stomach and organ. It's the baby's liver, ruins newly made tendon, and the mother has no choice but to watch and then run away. No antlers to mount on the wooden wall slats. Good sausage.
Oh. That is disturbing and eerily honest.
Yeah.
Love that reaction.
That was good. That was, yeah. The body horror elements, the kind of the graphic nature of hunting for food and yet enjoying the sausage. Ooh.
Yeah. And I grew up in Texas as like a vegetarian, so
just the rebellions on all sides. Yeah. Nice. Well, this has been incredible. I am so grateful that you reached out. Also, shout out to Arts Calling for being that connection point. If you, dear listeners, like hearing people be interviewed well.
I sound so much smarter.
Yeah. Yeah. If you want a nice antidote to the silliness that is this show, Arts Calling is phenomenal. This has been My Bad Poetry.
Now go write some of your own bad poetry. Hot brownie in hand.
If it's legal in the state that you live.
Sure.
Or find a doctor to hook you up.
Yeah. Get those sweet meds from those docs, you know.
Escitalopram!
Sertraline all the way. Anyway.
Oh, I took a Fexer and it gave me weird brain zaps.
Weird. Sertraline made me yawn for the first 2 weeks and then it stopped.
Did it just make you yawn or did it make you sleepy?
Rhyme free doesn't matter.